All right, now there is probably volume to all of this. Thank you for the tip, Manur. Appreciate you for pinging that. Okay, so the darn it, that means all that transcription juice that I could have gotten for SEO is just gone to waste. But you live, you learn, and this is video too, so I'm learning a lot. Yes. So, man, I don't know how long you've been listening for because I'm not even watching stats, but I feel like you're maybe the only one. So nice to have you. But anyway, what I was saying was I don't like the layout. Okay, it goes dink dunk, and it also goes bink bunk. And so I feel like what I'm gonna need is to build this in grids so that the grids will align. But that's gonna have to happen later because I don't know if that technique is gonna work. I can fake things, I can push these down, but I don't know if that's gonna work in generate press or not. So let's play, let's see what we can find out. So this is an H3 and it's below the H3 that we have our paragraph text. And so what I'm gonna do instead is at the top of this container, so we're inside the container before the H3, and then I'm gonna reposition everything. I'm gonna add a new grid. So I'm at the top. I'm gonna add one before it. Check my place. Nope, don't want to do that before. Okay, so I'm gonna add a container here. Do I need to add a container inside a container? No, because I'm already in the container. I'll just add a grid. So the grid is going to be 100% of the width of the container. So now you'll see that I just built the grid inside the container inside the grid. Follow? So now I'm going to take this H3 and I'm going to move it inside that container. So in order to do that, you have to copy it and then go to the container. And here you have to kind of add a block. And typically paragraph works best. Why are you being weird to me, yo? Let me do that. No, there we go. Paragraph, now I'll paste that. And then I will get rid of that H3. But what I don't think happened, oh, okay, it did. All right. So this is now still the card title because it held on to the global styles. And so you see how I have a container with a headline in it? Okay, well, below that, I want another one, except I don't want it to be a headline. I want it to be a paragraph. And I also don't want it to graph. Oh my gosh, paragraph. I don't want the icon. So I'll go and I will clear that out. And just for posterity, I will grab these things and paste them in. Okay. Hold my hashtag. All right, you see that old paragraph? That's still there. I need to remove it. Okay, so we've got a container with a headline, a container with a headline. This one's actually the H3 element and then the paragraph element. And below that, I'm gonna need to add a button. So I'm gonna pull all that. And I'm gonna convert it, if it'll let me. No, it won't let me. I'm gonna add something for it. And it's gonna be a button. So I can see it. Now, I'm in a global editor, global style editor, so I can't reference a button made in another global style editor, unfortunately. So this button's just going to have to be a place filler. Okay. And let's make sure that that headline that was above it, we need to pull that empty block out so we have all of our ducks aligned. Okay, so we've got grid, grid, grid. Okay, now we need to go to this grid and we need to set the vertical alignment. I'm gonna leave it blank. I think that means that when I have another one, no, I wanted to copy you. Why didn't you copy? Oh, dang it. That's why. Too many containers inside of containers, right? So now I need to copy that one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this longer title. Okay. You see that pushes everything down. I'm uncertain about that, what that's going to do. But I'm going to take this whole bad boy right there. No, that ain't right. I want that. Copy that, go into here, go before that. I'm going to paste. Now I'm going to delete items, that button, copy it, go into here and delete that and paste in there. Now I should have a container with a headline, a container with a paragraph, a container with buttons, and a button inside of buttons. That bad boy right there. Right, perfect. Now I need to take that setup again, which is the whole grid. I need to copy it. Come over here. I'm going to paste it here. This time I'm going to take this, move it up, change that icon to the bullhorn, just have a different icon. I'll take this text. I will replace that text. The button's going to stay the same. So now I can get rid of all of that. Okay, I know the layout looks like it's not going to be consistent. So let's just see what happens. Okay, and so remember we're in generate press, everything's going to break. You need to clear your cache. And still is not always the solution. Fingers crossed it'll work for us. Okay, so you see we still have the layout issue, and so I'm nay super happy about that. What a bummer. Okay, so I did see a couple things. One, I want that justified to the left, so I'm going to come in here and I'm going to left justify that text. And it didn't do anything. Why didn't you do anything? I like the center for the H3. Okay, so maybe that's at the grid level. No? No? And that was the grid inside card. It's not at all confused. So let's see if it's at the container level. Okay, that didn't do it. I'll come back to that later. So that's one thing about building websites is you will say to yourself a lot. I'll come back to that. you can focus on too much of the little stuff and get lost in the woods, right? And I don't want to get lost. So my layout didn't, the layout trick didn't do it. So let's see what we can do. So I'm in the H3, which is the card title segment. I want to go to the container. Okay, and so this is grid inside, wait, this is container inside grid inside grid. I mean, it's container and grid. It's not at all confusing. I need to come up with a better naming strategy. So I'll have to do that sooner rather than later. Minimum height. This is what I was looking for. So we can deal with pixels, vertical height, or vertical width. For consistency's sake, we'll just stick with pixels, and then if we need to adjust for mobile, we can adjust for mobile accordingly. So we'll make it a minimum height of 40 pixels. That didn't seem to change anything. So let's make it a minimum height of 100 pixels. Am I going to change anything? Oh snap, what am I working with? Yeah. Okay, that's a lot. Let's go with 40. And then this one needs to have a minimum height of, let's call it 200. Okay. Why did that one bounce? Am I inside the wrong one? I am. Snap. No, I'm not. Okay, whatever. Oh, that's what it did. Okay. And then this container should be the same throughout, so I'm not going to mess with that one. And its buttons, which would be that one. Okay. That's the card title. That's the card paragraph. This is going to be the card button. All right. So we save that and we'll update. And you'll recall that the H3, this H3 is tied, should be tied to the global style. Okay, we're gonna choose the, I think I was so very clever. I called it the grid inside the grid thing, right? That needs to be using the card title. And let's see, that doesn't look right. Yeah, that's what that looks like. So card paragraph container, that makes more sense. And we'll call this amazing thing the card title container. Oh, amazing. Okay. And finally, oh snap, hold on a second. I want to change that. Okay. I need to update this. Yes, I don't care. I don't want the autosave version. Okay. So let's go to the container and make that the card title container. We'll make sure that that's using the card title. Then we'll go to the container paragraph and say that. And then we'll go to the card button container. I don't know. No, I don't want to do that already. So I'll update so far, and we'll check the naming mechanism. Put in place card button container. That's more like it, because I've got card buttons over here, right? I can't get all naming everything the same thing. And that's what was about to happen. So now I go and find the container. Whoops. Card button container. Now I'll update. Okay, so check it out. Because this is built using the same strategy. I'm gonna label that the card title, but I'm gonna make sure that the container is the card title container, and that is card paragraph, and the container for the paragraph, and this is using buttons, and I'm just going to make sure that we have the buttons container selected. Now here's the question: did the settings, min 40 and 100 work? And almost. Okay, couple things. This center justification is really ugly, and so you see how that's pretty? You with me? So I need to go and change that. But we're getting a little bit closer. Now if we inspect element, let's see if we can go wide enough. Okay. All right. So now we need to go to the container called headline card title card container, card title container. See that? And it should have been given a min height, but it wasn't. Why not? Okay, try again. Card title container, spacing, min height. You see how that wasn't pulled through? Why not? 200, that's too much, but you see how we can see it over here? Okay, let's make it 150. All right. And then this one needs to be a whole lot more than 200. Let's make it 300. Ooh, that's too much. 50. Okay. Fingers crossed. And that'll do it. Of course, it's not going to do it because we have to clear our browsing history for the last hour. Okay. Try again. Now. See? Okay. Now we need this to be left justified. We're getting closer. I don't remember doing that, but I'm sure I did. I'm gonna remember it. There. Okay. So maybe we like it like that. Maybe we don't. I don't know if I like it like. Dang it. Well, I thought I was gonna like it like that. Not for sure. So what's next? I think I'm gonna hold off on a decision. I've now put the pieces of the puzzle in place. And so I think I might move on. I think I might move on to the other pieces of the cards. Okay. So remember, I built this card by copying it. I don't want it anymore because it's using an old structure. This one's built out using the current method, right? So I'm going to rebuild it. And next up, we did search engine marketing. What's the next thing that I want to sell? And that's probably search engine optimization. That's a big ticket item. Funny, it's not showing me a link anymore. I don't understand. Hopefully you don't get all weird on me now when I do this time too. Hey, look at that. Okay, Lost and Found, by the way, was the name of my old company before I rebranded. I think I'm gonna get rid of that hashtag and change it to just Get Found, right? Kind of like Get Shorty, but Get Found. And this icon wants changing to something else, like a book. Yep. Don't love it, not gonna lie, but whatevs. No, yeah, it's broken. Not a pain in the butt, is it? Okay, so you see that 200 wasn't big enough to get them all. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna undo. Now I'm gonna get rid of the minimum, the spacing, and get rid of the minimum heights for all of these. I'm not loving this solution. Oh, okay, that didn't have one. Okay, and then what I am gonna do is go to the outer container. I'm gonna say vertical alignment top. So now it'll put all of the cards stacked, aligning at the top of the grid container for their row. And so if one is longer, then it'll be longer. If one is shorter, then it'll be shorter. And I think that that will ultimately prove more beautiful. See? Shorter, longer. Let's look at it in the RL. Okay. A couple things I am seeing though, that's a little tight visually. That's got the text a little bit too close. So instead of adding minimum height to this container, I'm going to add some margin, bottom margin of, call it 20 pixels. And that might do it. Now again, it's not gonna, I have to clear my cache. You know why I am actually very happy that I have to clear my cache? Probably not asking and don't really care, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. I love it because of what it means to the performance of this page. So what happens is we harness all of these tools and generate press and generate blocks, and SiteGround for hosting, and Cloudflare for a content delivery network. And then it means that we get really wonderful performance. Now I haven't dialed in the SEO, I haven't dialed in the accessibility. Those should be 100 across the board, right? But I haven't paid any attention to it. But 95 for speed, I like it. I like that too, I think. But what I don't like is that the image comes on top. It needs to be on the bottom. So I'm glad we saw that. Go into the editor and we'll see containers, and it's going to be something to do with alignment, or order. So order, we'll go to that one and it'll be number 1, and then this one will be order number 2. Now we'll go back to the incognito browser. It's not going to remember, is it? Well, whatever. See, still have to clear my browsing history again. But I'll take it. Because like I said, fast is good. And if that means that I have to have a little bit more, issue with how things are going to build out, and I'll take it. This is a little strange. I'm not sure what's going on there. Looks better. You need a commanding online presence, and we're just the team to build it for you. Okay, a couple things. Terrible contrast and no gap. Right. So we'll go to the container, which is where I have the background image. Is it not? Well, what are we doing here? It's that container that has the background. Okay. So image size is full, pseudo selector, it's a cover, center, but when we go to mobile, I don't want it center. I want it center bottom. No? Bottom center, perhaps. A little bit better. Still want it cover. Yeah. Take that. Oh, so that seems to have changed the position for the desktop as well. Let's see, why won't, let's see, left, does that do anything? No, top, I did something. Bottom, I like that. Okay, and then the issue that I had with the grid is no vertical gap. So right now we don't need a vertical gap, so I'm going to get rid of that, but I'll just put it in mobile. Now we'll have a vertical gap. And we'll go back to build out. Sure, it's not going to have the new stuff. Guess I need to clear browsing data down here then. I'm not sure if I like you, Nita, or your business needs. I'm gonna make it you. Leave that there. Borrowed that from Generate Press. Thank you, Generate Press. Oh, okay. So we're getting there. Something I noticed was the vertical gap didn't really pull through when I reloaded, so I probably didn't even click the update. Anyway, I know it's there when I need it. That's 3, and I'm gonna build some more. Okay, so content. Let's do automated marketing systems. It is handy dandy having the content already written. Piece of advice for anyone interested, whether you're listening or not, is get your website built as quickly as possible. Oh snap, we already have these links. I need to be harnessing those links. Do I? Yeah. Is with regards to your clients. We need to make sure that they are delivering the content as quickly as possible. And often the biggest delays are that they just haven't really given it much thought. That's one reason why I really like building with Generate Themes. It'll build out the content for you, just like log standard content. But if you are interested, there's an AI content generator called Content Ninja. And I will put, I think I've got a link to Content Ninja. No, I don't. Okay. I'll put an affiliate link in just in case you want to look me up. But I did get it on AppSumo. So there's that. Okay, that icon got to go. Automated marketing should be lightning bolt. No. This one needs to be lightning bolt. It's fast. Okay. And we'll build another one. Oh, dang it. I want the last container. Oh, it doesn't really matter. Okay. So we did search engine marketing, automated marketing, systems, social media marketing. I don't think we've done that one. Ooh, let's do something familiar. I don't want to do Facebook per se. I mean, they're all known is the thing, right? So we'll just do the generic person. No. Social media marketing. And here we go. And grab that link. And let's see. Content writing, I will do in a pinch. Oh, what's our icon gonna be? That. It'll be something like a pin. No, no, no. Kind of tag. Yeah, I like that book. What am I using the book for? Search engine. Yeah, we're gonna use the book for that one, and we'll change that one out for awards. We'll get rid of that icon. Why are you there? Okay. Yeah. Should be all capital. Keep it consistent. You know what? That's a good thing. So we're going to go into here, into the card for the H3, and we're going to edit the typography to be capitalized. So if I forget, it'll fix it for me. Aha! Love it. Okay, so right now that's 6 different services. I technically have 8. I'm not sure I want to do them all. And so I'm probably going to deprecate 2 of them, and I'll speak to them, and you know, I'll refer to them in other places and spaces. Maybe I'm pricing, but I don't think I'm going to advertise them on my homepage. Okay. And so now we are seeing some great results. Yeah. Like it. I need to change the button. The buttons for all of them. Learn more about. No, let's see. So the thing with call to actions, this is search engine optimization stuff and accessibility. I guess it boils down to accessibility. If your button says learn more, that's nice and tight and small and it fits, right? And that's why we like learn more, read more, continue reading. And continue reading, I guess, is okay. It's slightly different. Learn more about what? So if somebody with visual impairments comes onto your site, and they're using a screen reader, when your mouse hovers over the button, the screen reader is going to read what that button is based on the content that's there. And if it says learn more, well, what is that going to tell the visitor? Learn more what? So your buttons need to be descriptive in nature, not generic. And so that's why it needs to be something like learn more about SEO. It could just be SEO, learn more. And that's probably the direction that I'll go here. So it'll be web dev, learn more. I still don't like that. I don't like that at all. Learn more. Tilde. Oh, it needs to have space around it. Web dev. And then I really want all these to have icons. I thought they had icons. But yeah, see, it's gonna be that little weird thing. I want it like that. I don't know. Yeah, why not? Doesn't hurt. Kind of fun, maybe. Okay. This one is SEM. Learn more SEO. I'm so clever with all of my naming strategies. Learn more. Something else I'm discovering is I don't like the hover. Learn more mess. The hover feature color. So I got to go into the global style editor for the buttons and fix that. So here we are in the buttons, and I just click on the button, go to colors. Right now, the hover is set to black. So I probably want to go with something similar but different. So I'm going to dial it in just darker purple. Okay, that way I don't have to change the text color for contrast purposes. That should be sufficient. And I don't think that's dark purple, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay. All right, so next up, that's my services. I'm kind of revisiting the concept of not adding these because I know I'm ranking for accelerated mobile pages, so I'm going to go ahead and add that. And so yeah, if I'm adding that service, then I probably need to add the other one too. So accelerated mobile pages. And like my hashtag for that one. And so right now I'm just building a staging site, but I'm not going to change the links because I don't want to mess up my SEO. So I know that these links are going to be the same when I push this across and make it go live. So I feel safe doing it. Okay. So AMP technically needs to have the lightning bolt. So where did I use the lightning bolt? Automated marketing. I need to change that. The lightning bolt is the well-known icon for AMP. Ooh, there. Okay, and then the last one I have is graphic design. And I wonder what icon I should use for graphic design. Art. Oh, it'll be so sweet. Let's see. An at. Drop a shield. Tag. What icon represents icon? You know, what's the most iconic icon? Coffee? I like that. I'm gonna go with the paper airplane because I like the paper airplane. And learn more graphic. I'm gonna call it G design. G design. Still not great, as in, you know, from an accessibility point of view, what does G design mean? You know, oh, look, all ugly. Clear data. Let's try again. Reload. Okay. So these two, I actually want them to stack differently. Could make them bigger. Maybe I'll do that for now. Not sure if I'm gonna like that. But you know, who cares about me, really? I don't know if I'm gonna like that. Oh, I don't know. Let's just do 50. And don't understand why it didn't jump. Let's see. Oh, I don't know. So I gotta go clear my browsing data. Reload. All right. Really don't like those. Okay, I got an idea. You ready for this? I'm gonna set these back at 33. 33 plus 33 is what? Come on, faster. 66, that's right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add, oops, I should have just done it here. I'm gonna add a new one of these, but instead I'm gonna delete everything inside that container. Okay, no, dag nabbit. Mr. Rabbit. And this container that I'm using is using global style. I don't want it to. So 66. I'm going to push this over there, and I'm going to make it half of 33.33, which is going to be something like 16.66. I think it's close. And then I'm going to duplicate it on the other side so that they will stack in the center. If I ever add another service, then I'll fix that. Okay. Now, one more thing I have to do is I need to make this container up here in mobile. So advanced, hide on mobile. Thank you, Generate Blocks, for giving me that functionality. What in the world is going on here? I don't know if I broke something when I did that. No, there we go. Just took a minute. Catch up. Okay. Now, I'm going to clear my browsing data, go back in. see that that's like that, but if I go emulate it, there's not a weird extra gap as a result. Well, it looked like there was. I'm guessing it was right there. No, yeah. See, it's an empty div. Nothing inside of it. So either I didn't set that properly, don't display on mobile. See, hide on mobile. Right there. Anyway, come back to that later if it's a problem. One more thing. I want that vertical gap, horizontal gap to be. So we're getting there. The emulator suggests that the cards are going all the way to the edge. I don't think I like that so very much. But I'll look at that again later because I think it's an emulator thing, not a reality. Okay, go back. Let's go back. And now, yeah, see, better. In fact, too much padding. Wouldn't you agree? Too much padding? So, horizontal gap and vertical gap. I can probably just do something. But it looks like it would be card based. Okay, so if that's the case, then I need to come in here, highlight my card, and set the spacing. See the right 15, 15? I need to change that to be, because it will have some kind of gutter. 2, oh no, yeah, 2 and 2. I think that'll do it. Okay, and we don't have everything working out here, so that didn't do it. Ah, silly me. I adjusted the wrong thing. Funny. No, spacing. What? Well, I didn't get rid of the spacing. Here. Okay. 18 is the margins that I needed to fix. Oh, it's not there. So that's the container. Which one? The outer container. Everything is in. This 40 and 40. Nope. 5 and 5. Oh, that's not what I needed to do. Dadgum. Government, you are selling souls. You got your dang hands in every pocket of my clothes. So we adjusted it. So it stretched a little too far out, and I don't know why that didn't stick. So I need to adjust that again. Padding is not, yeah, it's fine. That should be fine. What's going on here? I don't think I updated that. And let's change that padding to 15. Okay. So now we have a little bit of gap right there. And we have an internal padding. So that's all looking good. Now on the phone, these won't exactly happen unless you touch the card, right? That's when they'll spin. That's not as interactive. So maybe what we want to add is one more little feature, has them slide in on as you scroll to them. Okay, and that little feature is something that we baked in with an element. So using generate press themes, we can have elements, and I built two hooks. One is the JS hook that is attached to the WP footer. One is the CSS hook, which attaches to the head. I'll show you what they both look like real quick. And so this is the hook that I use. I'm going to drop that as a comment. That's the hook that I use and so it's attached to the head. Okay, and so basically when generate press builds your page, it injects this into the head, right? And so that little piece of CSS, and then there's a JavaScript, and I pull this from the actual CDN that it's connected to. So I get, okay, and you have to make sure that you initialize it, otherwise it won't work. So with those two little pieces of the puzzle, what ends up happening is, I'm going to go to something I built already. We can add custom attribute to the button or whatever it is that we want. And it's a data AOS animation on scroll. And then fade right, fade left, fade up, fade down, fade in, up, no, fade up right, fade down left, those sorts of things, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and attach this data attribute, the custom attribute, to the actual local reference for the cards that they're all tied to. Go down here, I add an attribute. It's a data-AOS, and I'll just do fade. Okay, and then from over here, clear my browser, and I'm gonna check it out from page load, scroll down and see if any of them moved into position. No, bummer. Okay, that's okay. It's okay. Things aren't supposed to. They are supposed to work the first time. I built a page called AOS, and it's got all the shortcuts. So I can just go and make sure that I'm Fade up, fade down, flip. Ooh. Ooh. So I did fade left. And data AOS should be fine. Let's go to the home page and inspect page. See if I got attached. No. Okay. Can't see any of that nonsense, can we? Okay. So we're looking for the container, right? And inside container, no. There should be a data AOS that is coming along somewhere, so it didn't get injected. Okay. Should have done. So maybe our browser clear didn't work, or I forgot to update the page. That happens. Let's go to that. Container. Grid column. See it anywhere? No, no. So I think it should have been here. Yeah. It should have been here. I can add it manually, but I don't want to have to. Does it make me terrible? I don't want to have to. It should come in just like I want it to. So yeah, see where it says container service card 1? Container service card 1. So that should attach the data AOS fade in. And I don't need to add attribute. So update that page. Try clearing the browser data again. Reload. Okay, so something else that I did do one time with this. Yeah, see, I don't have to add access classes to it or anything. It should just work. Well, let's try one more thing. Maybe fade left doesn't work. I didn't clear my browser. By the way, this is the last piece I'm going to work on, and then I'm going to bounce after this. Okay, we're going to try one more thing, which is I'm going to add it manually to this level element instead of the local, just to see if that's the problem. You see that? Did you see it slide in? I saw it slide in. So it comes in. It has to just be added currently. Bummer. It has to be added at the page level. You with me? So here, didn't pull it in at this level. Fade left. So we'll go to all of them. It's 1, 2. We did 2, so we'll go to 3. We will add now we go to 1, 2, 3, 4. Extra character. I'm just going to keep them all the same. I start getting fancy. You know, slide in this way and slide in that way. I think that will be more disconcerting than a positive feature. Very subtle, and it needs to be subtle. All we're trying to do is harness the animal instinct that is human nature. Our eyes be drawn to moving up. We can't avoid it. It's an instinct. It's like your dog licking its butt. It's probably not like that. Okay. All right, so they've all been added in manually, which is a bummer. I was hoping that I could do it, you know, at the global scale. So I'll see what I did wrong and then maybe rebuild that section later. But now those small movements should just, oh, it's got to load. Okay, there's that. See that? Just, and I can add a delay. But those little things. Awesome. Okay, that's me done for the day. I hope nobody's watched. I hope it's been somewhat interesting and informative, and I'm gonna do more of this regularly. So, and Manur, special shout out to you. Thank you for the tip that my mic was off. Whoops. Good luck next time, I guess.